Hey everyone, after riding the GX Eagle with this 32 tooth oval chainring from OneUp, I finally caved in. My excuse was that it would fit perfectly my cranks, and I got this direct mount SRAM Oval Chainring specifically designed for Eagle. This particular one is 32 tooth, 3mm offset like I mentioned, made in Taiwan, manufacturing date, and that is the part number for this product. So let's take a closer look, see what's the deal with this new expensive oval from SRAM. It opens up as an envelope style, and here's the ring. Only thing that's in the box aside from the ring is the 3 screws needed to install it. Chainring itself is beautifully made. You can see the laser etching here for Eagle, SRAM 32 tooth Eagle technology, second generation of their tooth profile, forged aluminum and then machined to shape. See this reinforcing webs here, really nicely done. On the back of it, you're going to have a few more pieces of information. The offset of this chainring, which is for boost, 3mm. Of course, they recommend SRAM chains. Somewhere in here, you have an etched serial number. Yeah, it's right here. And also on the inside, they give you details on how to install this. This oval chainring uses the same tooth profile as all their other round chainrings. It's called the X-Sync 2, and they claim to be optimized for better chain retention and also is designed to minimize wear and noise on the drivetrain. Now, if you ask their competition, they might have a different opinion. What you see now is their previous tooth profile, the X-Sync, so the first narrow wide tooth profile they've introduced with 11 speed. You'll see the shape of their teeth is rather ordinary, but apparently as these teeth wear out, you will experience what's called a chain suck, so they really had to redesign this to make that go away. You can see how they differ. They definitely used some of the same design concepts from their previous design, aside from the shark fin-like shape of the new teeth. Back of the teeth, same thing. You can see the more refined design here on the Eagle, and also this chamfer at the bottom of the tooth to push away dirt is not that pronounced on the Eagle tooth shape. And looking at the competition, here is an absolute black. You can see the tooth profile that they claim that works perfectly fine with Eagle. And finally, the OneUp tooth profile. They don't look anything special, but they seem to work just fine with the 12-speed Eagle. Not mentioned in the spec, but this seems to be about 12% oval. 32 tooth in my case goes from 30 to 34 over here. Second important thing for an oval is the timing or clocking, or when the bigger part of the chainring kicks in your pedal stroke. I have a OneUp over here, which is identical with the Absolute Black. And if I line up this dimple with this little notch over here, you will just see that these are absolutely identical. So clocking, timing-wise, these are made to be exactly the same, at least in this 32-tooth incarnation of the chainring. For installation, all you need is a T25 Torx bit and a torque wrench. The 3 screws that comes with it, they already have Loctite on them. As you grab the crank arm, you have this spline. Make sure you put a little bit of grease on it. Then your chainring is only going to fit one way. See it here. Install the 3 bolts and then torque them to the recommended 8 to 9 Newton meters, and you're good to go. Direct mount saves weight and it looks cleaner. This one is 69 grams, which is pretty much the weight of the other option from SRAM, which is this spider, and you have to add up the weight of the bolts and the chainring on top of that. To summarize all that, the ovals from SRAM work on both 11 and 12 speed cranks. They were designed for GXP SRAM cranks, that is the 24mm axle that you see here. BB30 or PF30 would not work with them. I assume that is because of the offset, the only available in 3 and 6mm. Also, big question is whether they will work on the newly launched dub cranksets that come very close to that 30mm axle. They come in 32, 34, 36, and 38 sizes only. So if you want to go any higher or lower than that, this won't work. And the biggest problem that I see is the fact that smaller competitors out there offer you more options for less money, so it would be really hard to justify the price point of the SRAM Oval. And since my only chance to verify some of their claims is by putting miles on the bike, I'm going to add this to the pile of things to be reviewed at the end of this upcoming season. And that is all I have for you today, folks. If you want to check out prices, use the links in the description. If you found this useful, don't forget to like the video. Use that round icon on the screen to subscribe to my channel. And until the next time, I will see you on the trails. Cheers, guys.